Okay, I did want to ask you about Gojo.
Ooh,
Yes.
ooh, my man Gojo. First things first, free my man Gojo to his backwards. All
For
right,
real.
I need y'all to understand that. Right, I need y'all to understand that. I really there. Okay, so there's a dude that's on like TikTok. He's actually everywhere. He's actually everywhere. But he does like anime parodies of shows, and his most recent thing he's been working on has been Jujutsu Kaisen. I think it's Hood Kaizen. I think it is, or some shit like that. My man has done a really great job with that. Just huge shout out to him because he has so many like I don't know if I sent you any of his videos. I feel like if I didn't, I'm sorry because I have some saved. I'll send it to you,
Yeah.
type shit, right?
Yeah.
Like if you want to like, we're like, oh, here's a video, like to the video, like yeah, because like he has one of Gojo, but I feel like Gojo was if I could if anything could make any comparison, I feel like Gojo was the Flash of the show, right? Like he was very funny, but he also know how to get his job done. Like like I feel like he was more like comic book Flash or anything like because he's very funny. He knows how to get the job done, but like let's not pretend like this man ain't a whole ass threat.
Right.
Like y'all, we can laugh and key with him all day, but for the love of God, don't try to fight him. Like so
Don't.
I feel like that was the best. The other good thing I feel like that I personally enjoyed about season two was
Yeah.
like everyone understanding that Gojo is the key, right? Everyone understands that Gojo is the key of the shit. If we don't have Gojo, what the fuck do we have, right? Because like Gojo is the most powerful sorcerer. You get rid of him, everything else is kind of fair game, right? So they did a really good job at that. They built him up
Yeah.
very properly,
Yeah.
right? So to watch him just get snatched off the fucking board, yo,
It's scary.
it was a terrifying moment.
Yeah.
It was a real terrifying moment because it's like you're watching exactly how calculating this man is. You're watching how like you it was a beautiful game of chess that was being played, right? Because you watched to see exactly how well they were like how well the villains were willing to take this shit, right? And because they knew who the fuck they had to take out. They already knew that. And seeing how far they can go. Once the goal was met, they were like, oh, what we do now?
Right. Like there's nothing stopping them. There's nothing to hold them back really. And they don't have any reason to hold back because they don't care about the
Yeah.
sorcerers. They're more than happy to
And that
kill
was the
them.
other and that was the other funny part about it. Like the adults who were either A higher than Gojo or worked under him or like within that age range of him, they knew for a fact they were fucked. They knew for a fact they were fucked. They were
Yeah.
all saying, "They said, yo, what the fuck do we do now?" Because like you and this sounds like a villain type tactic. But I understand that you've let yourself grow weak because you knew there was someone stronger than you.
That's true.
Like there was like what was the guy that was with the panda dude? He was like, I ain't trying to fight for real. I ain't trying to fight. We gonna pretend to look for him until
We
Big
can
Boy figures
go.
out I'm just scared. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
It,
what was that scene? Like they are whole fighting villains. They're in the middle of fighting villains.
literally Sakuna sees them as like, you have 2 seconds before I
Like no,
blow you
he's
apart.
like he's not even that. He was like, hey, we're gonna play a game.
Right.
Nobody's gonna move until I say so. The first motherfucker to move is the first motherfucker to die. And everybody was like, oh, we really bitch made. Like this man literally like he's playing with your life right now. He ain't
Yeah.
shit you could do about it.
It's a joke
What?
to him. Yeah.
Bro, ain't no fucking way.
He don't
Ain't
he
no
doesn't
fucking way.
care. He doesn't care.
Yeah. So yeah, long story short, I feel like they did a great job with Gojo. I personally am in love with that character. You know what I mean? I feel like he like love that character.
I also love Gojo, and I loved it when Megan Thee Stallion like cosplayed him because I was like, "See, this is this is what I'm talking about."
I just want to say something real quick. I just want to say something real quick. And I know when I say this, I'm looking to the camera. Peoples, I understand. This is a very biased opinion I'm about to say here. But just like seeing black women cosplay as Gojo, I need more of that in my life.
Yeah.
I was lucky enough to see that at this convention I went to. I follow a few amazing cosplayers who's done it. If I remember correctly, I think the good homie Courtney cosplayed as Gojo. If I remember correctly, I feel like I'm right on that one. Yeah, she did. And once again, super shout out to Courtney. I fucking love her. She's amazing. But yeah, nah, that shit, top tier. It's amazing. It's amazing. I need more of it. I need more of it in my life. Okay, I'm gonna move the mic now.
I just want to say, like, I totally agree with you, because when I was younger and I had so many friends of mine that were into anime, and I always felt like maybe that's not for me. Maybe that's not something I should get into. And it was mainly because they were just like guys, mainly black guys, who are like into anime, and they're like, oh, girls don't watch anime because, like,
man, them corny ass niggas. Them corny ass niggas. Them corny ass, bro. Yeah, bro. Listen, hold on. I just once again, I'm gonna scoot this up.
Okay.
I'm gonna scoot this a little down, and I'm gonna look directly to the camera again. Most of us are in our fucking late 20s, almost pushing 30s, and y'all niggas are still saying this shit. I want you to understand something, big buddy. They ain't the problem, nigga. It's you. It's really you. It ain't like if you still in your like early 20s, like okay. I won't say early 20s because at that point, like you're like 21, 22, you're still in the space of learning, and a lot of things you can still unlearn. If you're 27, like I'm 27 right now, my boy. If you were still talking about ain't no black women like in anime, ain't nobody fuck with me because I'm nerdy, da 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 da. No, buddy, they ain't fuck with you because you musty. All right, you give all strong, scaring the hoes vibes. You feel me? Like you terrifying me right now. I need you to stop. All right, get your shit together. We getting tired of this shit. We all grown. We grown, and you still talking about the same shit. Get a tape line. Go to this therapist. Stop watching red pill shit. Maybe you find somebody. You feel me? Like,
my gosh.
I've been nerdy my whole life, and I've never had a problem with this. My boy, I do fucking Magic the Gathering. Like Commander. Like I do fighting. Like, I'm a nerdy ass nigga. And this has never stopped a black woman from hollering at me, all right? Also, I have my own, facial routine. I have, like, shower routine. I actually hydrate, I clean myself. I look very presentable. Being emotionally available also helps my nigga, but,
Yeah.
Stop blaming black women for the shit that's your problems, all right? You feel me? Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
Okay. But 100% agree with what you said. When I was younger, I really wanted to get into anime, and getting into now at my age of 26 is so weird. I kind of feel like I'm having a second puberty, because in discovering like JJK and discovering like Yuji, who is this person who is so kind, and even though he is like, he doesn't want to kill anybody, he's okay with killing cursed spirits. It's hard for him because he wants to give people proper burial, and he wants to like do the right thing. And Gojo, who is someone who's just nonchalant, having fun, but is completely dead serious when he's talking to the principal and saying that you are useless. I could kill you. You being here is simply for the order of things. But quite honestly, if you didn't need to be here, I would have taken you off the board several months ago. And he says that in all seriousness. And I genuinely appreciate that in Gojo, because it has been since birth. There have been assassination attempts. There have been bounties put on his head. He was inducted into the high school just because of his family line. He was born with the 6 eyes and the limitless technique. He is the strongest Jujutsu sorcerer out there. And for most of his life, he's had to deal with that and reckon with that. And it wasn't until he literally kissed death where he truly understood his power and the immense power they had and where it lies. But in doing so, he loses his best friend. He loses his one comrade, the one person he could turn to, the one person he could talk to. And even with like Shoko, who is the Jujutsu High nurse, her being like, you're alone. I've been here the whole time for you. What do you mean? He has fully never really had anyone who has lived life or seen things in the way that he has seen it, because the power that he has is so strong. There is no way for anybody to really and truly relate to him. And now that he's been able to help these kids become a sensei, become a mentor, but he gets tripped up because he sees his dead friend and gets stuck into the prison realm. It's so relatable to me because I just see someone who is like going hard all the time and cannot stop. And the second you do, it's just like, it's at the worst possible moment. The second,
like, that man has never really like that. You see this character and you're like, oh, you've never really had a real like emotional like real moment. And the time you actually have been able to have it, it's like, damn, it's at the worst time. But then again, like, your ops understood who you are. You know what I mean? They understood that like we need to hit him with everything we have, and including emotional shit. And that was like the biggest thing you could do, was to hit him with a guy that used to be his best friend. Hit him with a guy that like that was like your one of your bits of humanity that kind of remained type shit. They knew that. They've been planning this shit for fucking forever. So once again, I'm like, damn, they smart as hell for that. They real smart for that.
Yeah. And I'm excited for season 3, but I'm also like sad because Namani is dead. No, I think his name's Namani. It's something else. I have to check that real quick. But he's gone, and I liked his character. A lot of people felt like his character wasn't well developed, and I feel like there's only so much you can do with certain characters in Jujutsu Kaisen. You know what I mean? Like, not everybody is the main character in the story, but I feel like the show does a good job of basically, like, fleshing out these characters and who they are.
No, they did a very great job of that. Phenomenal.
Yeah. Are there any of any part of the show that you really liked or, like, you really enjoyed?
All right. So
there was one thing. Toto definitely reminded me of you.
Toto, big dude, swole motherfucker.
Yes.
Extra. I'm mad because I was literally about to talk about him. I was literally about to fucking talk about him. That is by far, like, he said some of the realest shit. You know what I mean? Like, I think, like, first interaction with him, he's like, hey, I didn't know, what's your type of woman?
Oh my god.
What's your type of woman? That's all I need to know. Like one of the most powerful, like, that, like, also one of the most powerful sources they fucking know. All he's caring about, fuck all this extra nice shit. What kind of woman do you long after, my boy?
Oh my gosh, not long after.
He's like, I like a tall woman with a fat ass, and he was like, my brother. Like, what? that was the thing that did it for you. Like, I respect it fully. You feel me? Like, I
so unserious.
Like the most unserious character they have, but also one of the most scariest characters that they have. Like, there was two scenes. The moment where him and the main character, they're doing this little fucking, like, the clap, the boogie woogie shit, and gets launched into the fucking fight, and he's just flying at, like, beyond Mach speed at this point. The world is swirling around him.
The and all boogie this other woogie shit.
Just for this nigga to clothesline the shit out of somebody, I was like, I like him. But I think the best moment for me is, like, hand cut off. He's talking to, like, the villain. He's like, I got another trick for you. And he claps. He just claps the nub at this point. You know that had to hurt. But he did all that just like, psych, my bad. And just long enough so his brother could beat this man's ass. Mwah. Chef's kiss. Best scene.
I love how every single time they're like, we're about to go into battle, he's like, listen, my show's about to come on. This shit better wrap up in 20 minutes. I'm not kidding.
Listen, okay, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Another reason why I like him, because, like, so, okay. So back in the day when I was younger, I used to fight a lot, right?
Okay.
But I also got very limited time on how often I could play certain games, in the house. Like I think, like, on, like, weekdays, you're gonna play like 1 hour a day, tops. A lot of times I didn't do it, but a lot of times I did. But I was just playing Assassin's Creed hard as hell. Some kids knocked on my door because they were doing, like, the whole ding dong dit shit or whatever. And I'm like, hey, look, y'all are interrupting my gaming time. So either you gonna come in and run my fade now, or I'm gonna go back in this house. Because I swear to God, the next time I catch you, I'm beating the shit out of you. So like, him saying that immediately made me go, I relate to that. I feel that on a personal level. Because like, why are y'all interrupting my shit? This better be done before my shit come on. Because if it's not, I'm about to beat you extra hard. I'm about to put the boots to you extra medium style because you're interrupting my shit. All right, you raggedy motherfucker.
You saw Toto and you're like, that's my nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was that moment when like he said like, oh, what's your type? And I'm like, I fucks with him. I see the vision. I see the vision, my brother.
I can't. I'm not gonna lie. It's season 2 when his locket opened up and we saw the whole sequence. I was like, you know what, Toto, I appreciate you. Toto.
He's a man who lives and dies by the bit. Because like he's cool. In his mind, that idol girlfriend, that boy brother, and I'll squat over anybody for them right now. Like what?
That was actually the most unserious thing I've ever seen. But after like all of the terrible things
that happened, all the shit that's happened in this series, I think I could take that one.
I'll take that.
I feel like, I'll gladly take that very unserious moment because Lord knows we all need it.
Yeah, I'll take a moment to breathe. I'll accept it. It's fine. That's okay. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
The last thing I did really want to talk about was Nanami, who, like I said before, he was a mentor to Yuji Itadori, and there isn't a lot that we know about Nanami.
I don't really have that much to say about him. Like,
no.
Yeah.
Either way, I found him to be, I mean, obviously he's powerful and very attractive and incredibly dangerous. But I found it interesting who he is, like, as a sorcerer, because he became a Jujutsu sorcerer and then he left to just work a normal 9-to-5 job. And he was like, I hate both. Like, both of them suck. But either way, if I get to help people.
Yeah, he's a very simple man who had very simple enjoyments in life. So I was like, I respect it. And he really was about, this is work. What I'm doing now is work. And for season 2, you see him like protect everybody he's protecting and like actually trying to help out and do his part. You see how much he actually does care for these kids, how much he cares for his co-workers in a sense. Like, because at the end of the day, he understands it's a very dangerous job. And like, it does suck that he dies, and it does suck the way that he dies, you know? But it's like, damn. I do wish that was one of the characters. I feel like they gave him the perfect amount of screen time where you got to know him, you got to see what he believes, his stances, and exactly how strong he is. So once again, when he dies, it lets you know two things. It gives you that impact, but it also shows you exactly how strong the villains are, right? They do a very good job. Like, he's strong, and this motherfucker got him. But also it's like, here's why he got him. So it's not like this man was fighting at 100%. This man definitely was already crispy on one half by the time he got to him.
Yeah. And you're right, he did care about his kids. And we see it in the end when he's about to die. He sees Yui Haibara, which was a student that worked alongside him when he was in Jujutsu High. And when he dies, that's when he decides to leave being a Jujutsu sorcerer. And he's like, I'm going to get it up because this kid was so kind and so nice and extremely optimistic, but he died trying to help people, and I'm not about to do that. And him seeing, that kid when he dies, it's just seeing like a little piece of humanity. Like, maybe this is worth it. Like, you're working the worst job you could ever do. But
I'm so good.
Yeah.
I'm so good.
But you know what? Maybe there is a point. Maybe there is a purpose. And when he turns around to Yuji and he's like, you take it from here. I was actually like, you know what? I'm actually done. You know what? I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. I don't know what you're asking me. I don't know what you want from me. I don't know why you do this to me. I don't know why you're hurting me. I don't know why you're damaging me. I'm not having fun anymore. This is trauma. This is violence. Like,
it was the best kind. But like it was a very impactful moment.
the pain.
It was really great.
The pain you're really putting me through.
Also, I'm gonna say this once again. I'm looking to the camera when I say this. The amount of y'all that was down bad for that man, for that one scene in season 2. You know the scene I'm talking about.
Please.
The way that y'all were down bad for that man from that one scene is outlandish. The amount of cosplayers that has pictures of the grip, like someone gripped. Yeah, y'all motherfuckers, and you know who I'm talking about. I'm looking, ladies, femme presenting people, the non-binary squad. I'm looking at y'all. Because that man had y'all by the motherfucking throat. He had y'all by the ponytail in the back of your head, all right? Yeah, I ain't forget. Bob ain't forget. You nasties.
Please. I'm not even gonna say anything. Shut up. To our visual listeners, that was to my audio listeners, that was a visual gag. Sorry. The context will be lost unless he watches on YouTube. Sorry. Okay. I do want to say just one last thing. I'm so happy that Jujutsu Kaisen has done so well as an anime, and I love it so much. One thing that I love TV shows that are just like, you know what? I know you like this character. I know you're attached to this character. I want you to know. I want you to know that I don't care. This story is a story. The plot is the plot. It is what it simply is. The people who won't die will die. The people who will die will die. And they will die a terrible death. So.
Oh, yeah. Like the grandma, her grandson, and the weirdly bald but not bald guy all got done dirty. Like, he was bald except for that weird ass fucking like dog tail piece on the top of his head. Motherfucker got done dirty.
Oh yeah.
I felt bad for them. Like, I didn't, but I felt bad for them.
Yeah, it was honestly, like, there's so many other things that you could say about JJK, but overall, one of the best anime I've seen. And because, like, I feel that way, I'm getting more into anime because I just want to, like, experience the genre and, like, see, like, what else is out there? What other anime are out there? What else is good out there? Like, what else have I been missing out on? And there's one new anime that I started watching called Solo Leveling, which is really
everybody's fucking watching that shit. Everybody is watching that. That's about to be the next anime I'm gonna have to burn through because y'all motherfuckers are putting me, like, I hate when I have to watch shows because people are spoiling it, but it's getting there with this one.
Yeah. I mean, season 1's almost over, so.
Not even out.
No.
Season 2's not even out. Y'all motherfuckers are out here. Do you know what you need to know? No, shut up. Shut up.
Honestly, such a good show. Such a great concept. I'm excited to watch it. I'm excited for the finale. I started watching with my brother. Like, I started watching animes with my brother because he's really into anime, and he's the reason why I, like, finished Cowboy Bebop, and I rewatched. Such a great show. Honestly, like, I don't even know what else to say. It's so good. It's so smart. It's so interesting. Like, Western surrealism can't be replicated anywhere else. And as much as I love John Cho, like, the live action was a terrible idea.
Didn't watch it.
I honestly would say I didn't watch it either, but me personally, live action animes are an awful idea. I don't care that One Piece did well. There is a reason why these shows are animated. There is a way in telling a story and utilizing animation to convey the story to your viewers, and that doesn't take away from the art form or the story or the characters or anything like that. You do not have to make it to live action to make it better. It actually sometimes makes it worse.
I agree with you fully, because, like, if y'all don't believe me, Death Note has
Death Note live action is awful. It is awful. Lakeith Stanfield, I will never forgive you. Right? What?
There's another one. Before this one, you could look it up on the internet. Death Note has 3 other live action movies before the Netflix one. There's a part 1, there's a part 2, then they have L's final mission. Yeah. So there's 3, because remember how in the anime L doesn't find out who Kira is. Some other character does. In the live action, L finds out by basically signing his own name to Death Note and giving himself X amount of days so he can't capture Kira. In my personal opinion, I feel like that was a better ending because like adding another character to it, I felt like definitely felt a little more sloppier.
Yeah.
But that was smart.
Yeah, the Death Note ending in the manga is not at all satisfying. It's actually awful. It's actually it's an awful ending to what is a good story.
Yeah, you built a very great show, then you did that shit. I'm like,
why?
Well, yeah, but yeah, no, that shit. I'm just excited to see how this shit goes. But like I said, I'm not gonna lie to you. Catching up on my reading tonight, after everything is said and done. Probably gonna watch the movie tonight too. Just inject this shit into my veins.
Okay. Are there any last thoughts that you want to give on JJK?
No, I feel like once again, it's a great show. I'm excited to see where we're going with it. I'm about to start watching the manga, reading the manga tonight. So yeah.
Okay. I do want to say one last thing. As happy as I am to see that there's a season 3 coming up, I know that there's been a lot of talk about the working conditions from MAPPA, and yes. I do hope that like that is resolved prior to season 3 coming out, because to be perfectly honest, I can wait. Like, you do not have to rush any kind of work in order to get this show out. And I know that like because the show is doing super well and it's very popular, they feel like the pressure to release the show in a certain time frame, but if it's at the expense of your...
I'd much rather wait and let y'all take your time. Because I feel like the same way I feel about the shows, the same way I feel about video games. I would much rather you take your time and get it done than to put out something that you basically had to rush through, right? Because that's too much pressure on the workers. That's too much pressure on like everybody. And I don't need a show that badly. There's other things I can watch. When you come back, like y'all put such a big dent in this series that in the anime culture itself that like y'all could take a break, come back, and motherfuckers will still be talking about y'all. Right? Like y'all made that much of a strong fan base that motherfuckers, the same way I feel like motherfuckers are waiting for another season of Hunter x Hunter, which ain't happening. Y'all can enjoy that too. I'm not even gonna lie to you. If you make that itself a TikTok clip, people are gonna be pissed. Hunter fans get mad when you ain't talking about another season for them. What the fuck you mean? It's coming out next year. Y'all boys just wait. You'll see. You'll all see. it's fucking hilarious. Oh but take your time with it, baby. I enjoy it when it comes out.
Yeah, and Hunter x Hunter is another show that is on my list to watch. I have to get into that too, but I feel like Bleach is like, I don't know how many seasons are in Bleach exactly.
Too many.
Okay. Okay. And Hunter x Hunter has like 5 seasons, right?
I think so. After I found out it didn't get another season for whatever season I was on, I just stopped watching it. I was like, I can come back to this later when it's complete. Boy, was I wrong.
Why isn't it not getting another season?
I think, like, remember correctly, the actual like the artist or the writer, his health isn't the best. If I remember correctly.
Okay.
So I think, if I remember correctly, that's exactly why. So, once again, the longer he gets healthy, wish that man a speedy recovery. It's like the reason why we don't get another season of Guts or Berserk. My bad. Yeah.
Right. I imagine that there is a time crunch when it comes to like making these kind of shows, because anime is such a huge genre in television, especially in Japan, and it's so popular. And you want to like,
and it's getting better. It's like the detail and the work, the art form is no longer a we're gonna do like screams for like 2 minutes and our fists are gonna move so fast you can't see it hit. You know what I mean? It's no longer that. Like the detail, like once again, Jujutsu Kaisen, My Hero Academia, fucking Demon Slayer. So many more of these shows are now showing exactly how far the art form itself has gotten, and it's beyond beautiful, right? So I'm just saying, maybe, just maybe, we let these motherfuckers breathe. We just let these motherfuckers breathe for right now.
Yeah, let them take a break.